It's hump day, Wednesday. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. We have made it almost halfway through the week already. Can you believe it? We're coming down to the end really fast, and you guys are acing this decimals thing. So Wednesday means we're watching maths, and then around 9 o'clock, I will post the math quiz. Usually it's around 9:15 by the time I get it posted and get it activated. What else? Wednesday is a science day. We are studying today is forms of energy, but you're studying the roller coaster one. So you get to study those forms of energy. And what else? You're doing religion. Also today you're in day 4. Day 4. Yes. Yes. Because tomorrow we're studying and then the test is on Friday. Perfect. Yes, today is day 4. Which is the last page in your packet. Oh. What else? ELA is Wednesday. No extra comprehension page today. I believe you're just drawing the pictures. And we are in math in chapter 13, lesson 6 on page 426. Continuing our learning in decimals. I'm going to switch to the shared screen and just give a brief overview real quick on what we've already gone over. So we learned in decimal points that there's place values past the decimal. Well, we know that there's always the ones, the tens, and the hundreds, right? We've learned that in kindergarten and first grade. Well, now in third grade, we're learning about the decimal points that are past the decimal over here to the right. So first we learned that there's the tenths, and then we learned that there's the hundredths. That's all you will have to know in third grade. There's more, of course, but you won't learn those in third grade. You'll learn those in fourth or fifth. But the next thing we learned is we learned how to say them. If I was to have a fraction that, or a decimal that looked like this, 0.5, I learned that it can also be written as a fraction, 5/10. Okay. After we learned how to do that, we learned how to compare them. So if I have 5/10 and 6/10, we learned that 6/10 is greater than 5/10 because 6 is more than 5. We also learned yesterday, if we have problems like, well, the day before yesterday, if we have a problem like this with a whole and a decimal, that we have to compare them by first looking at the ones, and those are the same. Then I move over and I look at the next place value, which is the tenths, and my gator mouth always wants to eat the ones that are the biggest. So he wants to eat the 7. I have to go place value by place value. Now, yesterday, we learned how to add up these fractions. So if I had that 1/3 and I had 2/7 here, we learned that the first thing I have to do when I'm adding fractions or subtracting fractions is make sure that my decimal points are in line. They are aligned. That was yesterday's. And once I have them aligned, I can then just add up the columns like I would a normal addition problem. So 3 plus 7 is 10. I bring down the 0, carry over the 1. I drop my decimal point. I can't forget to drop it down here. And then I add up the ones. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus this extra 1 is 4. Bing, bing, bing. So my answer circled is 4.0. Today, after looking at the homework last night, I really want to give accolades to Addison. Addison is my homework specialty person today. I'm giving accolades to her because every day she remembers not only to have the neat work like Joseph did and to circle your answers, but she also remembers to continue setting it up on the paper correctly. Now, she always has her number, always has her name, always has her date, and most of the time she puts headings too, like multiplying money 13.6. And then she has her answers for me, all in a line, always perfect and always beautiful. So congratulations, Addison. You are my homework guru today. Thank you for always giving me beautiful homework. So yes, making sure you're circling your answers, making sure you have showing your work, and moving those decimal points down. All right, so we've finished addition and subtraction. So what's after that? Multiplication. So yes, today we're starting off on page 426. They give you some examples. The only thing you need to remember is when dealing with a decimal point, we have to remember to bring down the decimal point. But that's perfectly fine. Will be easy to do with that. So let's start with the first questions. You're only doing the odds. So if you're doing 1, 3, 5, and 7, you need to remember that you have to estimate first. So if you were in the 2 o'clock session yesterday, we did a few review of estimating because some of us seemed to forgotten. It's okay. It's been a while. It's been a while for us since we've regrouped too. That's why a lot of us are struggling in our brains. So I'm going to do number 2 today, so I don't give you one that you have to do. I have 2.12 times 3. And I treat it just like I would a standard algorithm. Hold on, the dog's chewing something. Ah! Hold on. Pause. All right, I'm back. Sorry, she was eating one of my cards. Here we go. We treat it just like we would a standard algorithm multiplication question, which means we take this number and we have to multiply it by all of the place values, okay? First, I had to multiply it by the place value that's farthest to the right, then the left. So I move from the right to the left. So I'm going to erase that here. So I know I have to do 3 times what? 3 times 2. 2 is all the way to the right. That's the one I have to do first. So 3 times 2 is 6. Am I finished? Do I need to carry anything over? No, I don't. Then I do, this one's done. Then I can do 3 times 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, am I finished? Do I need to carry anything over? No, I'm all good. 3 is 3. But now, just like in addition and subtraction, I need to bring down that decimal point. So I bring the decimal point down, and now I can multiply by that last place value, which is the ones. 3 times 2 is 6, and I put that 6 right here. 6.36. I circle my answer, and I am good to go. That is my exact answer for this. Well, what happens when they told me that I wanted to estimate it? Ooh, so what do I have to do then? Let's try it. This is my exact answer. Boom. So let's figure out, what did we do when we had to estimate? Well, estimating means about, and about means rounding. We have to round. So we're going to round to the nearest whole. Where's the whole? The whole is always in the one space. So we're going to round to the nearest whole. So if I had 2.12, pretend, oh, it is dollars. So if I have $2.12, am I closer to $2 or am I closer to $3? Well, I know if I know money that I'm definitely closer to $2 because I only have 12 cents out of 100, and I need 100 to be closer to 3. So, but also I could prove it by saying the 1 is his neighbor, right? I'm looking at the 2 and I look at his neighbor who is a 1, and the 1 tells the 2 to stay down, stay the same. So I can round it to $2. Okay, this is the estimating part. Then I do $2 times 3. Well, 3 times 0 is 0, and 3 times 0 is 0, and I bring down that decimal point, and 3 times 2 is 6. So this is my estimated answer, and this is my exact answer. Okay, let's try another one of those just to review. And if you need more than what I'm going to show you today, you're more than welcome to join us at the 2 o'clock session. Let's see here. I want to try another estimating one. So I'm going to do number 8, which is 3.05 times 7. I'm going to treat it just like I would a normal multiplication problem. I'm going to start over on the far right and go 7 times 5, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. bring down the 5, I carry the 3, okay? 7 times 0 is what? 7 times 0 is 0, right? I can't do 7 times 3. That's not part of it. I have to do 7 times 0, and then I add that 3, okay? So 7 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. I bring down my decimal point. Now I'm ready to do my last place value. 7 times 3 is 7, 14, 21. Do I have anything else to add? No, I do not. So I do 21, 35. This is my exact, boom. Okay, now I need to do my rounded. If I have 305, is that closer to $3 or is that closer to $4? Well, I look at the neighbor. The neighbor is a 0. Does the 0 tell her to round up to 4, or does it tell her to stay the same? Definitely tells her to stay the same. So she stays at $3. Times 7, set it up. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 3 is 7, 14, 21. 21 is my estimated. Okay, in order to find an estimated, this is the key part here. You have to round first, and we are rounding to the nearest whole. The whole is not a decimal. Decimals are parts. Decimals are fractions. They are parts of a whole. The whole is over here in the ones space. So we're rounding to the nearest 1, right? And so we have to look at the neighbor, and the neighbor tells us if we're going to stay the same or if we're going to go up. Okay? Now, you have easier ones when you go to numbers 9, 11, 13, 15. You don't have to round in those, okay? The only ones you have to round in are 1, 3, 5, and 7. And then the rest can just be plain multiplication, okay? Standard algorithm multiplication. I am going to go through a word problem with you, number 34, so that we can see how that would work, okay? You're going to be doing 33 and 35, but I'm going to be doing 34 right now, which says Rita sells stuffed penguins for $6.27 each. How much will 7 penguins cost? Okay, so I know I'm in a multiplication chapter, so it's definitely going to be a multiplication. So if this is how much they are each, and I have 7 of them, right? I need to multiply 6.27 times 7, okay? If I know my 7s, I know 7 times 7 is 49. I take down the 9, I carry the 4. Then I do 7 times 2 is 14, plus 4 is 18. I bring down the 8, carry the 1, and I have to drop my decimal point. Now I can do the last place value. 7 times 6 is, let's count, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. 7 times 6 is 42, plus this one that's up here is 43. Okay, but I know it's a word problem, so this cannot be my final answer. I have to answer using words because it is a word problem. So if I read, it says Rita sells stuffed penguins for $6.27 each. How much will 7 penguins cost? So you need to say 7 penguins cost $43.89. We could say all together, right? Right? Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go over some of these like I did yesterday in our Zoom meeting when we meet up for Zoom today. And also, you're more than welcome to join us for the session at 2 o'clock today. Don't forget you have your mass today. It will be posted at 8:30, and the quiz should be posted around 9:15. Give me enough time to watch the mass, intimate the questions, and post the quiz. Other than that, oh, I should look up and see what is today's special day. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Let's see here. Oh, yesterday was tie-dye, Monday was, and today is workout Wednesday. Oh man. So all of us are going to be in workout attire with your headbands and your sweatbands and your, I don't know what else. It's just workout Wednesday. Your exercise outfits. Okay? Sounds good. I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great Wednesday. Bye.